You know, I'm Lee Jess, and I've been involved with Tall Timber Days ever since its inception 32 years ago. This is my son, David, and David's been with it probably for the last 25 or 30, well, 30-some years, because that's about how old he is. And but he's been my right-hand person whenever he's in town for Tall Timber Days. He does a lot of hard work, setting up things and working. He actually helps run the parade, run the lumberjack show. So he's involved in a lot of things, helps at the beer garden, set up, tear down, and does allow. So we're glad to be here and glad to have David to help. So.
All right, so we have a good goal here. One man getting out on the line, and
You know, Tall Timber Days is a celebration about our lumber heritage in Itasca County in Grand Rapids area. And it started about 32 years ago, and what happened is that we just needed something to, you know, give a little boost to this community, plus celebrate, you know, our the background of the lumber industry and what goes on in it, or what did go on in here in the 1900s. My involvement was a founder back 32 years ago. Actually, we resurrected a Tall Timber Days that was started a couple years before this, probably 34 years ago, but it only lasted for a year. So, and 32 years ago, we started to do something, and another person and myself decided, let's do something. Well, I'm still at it, been still with it for 32 years. I've been chairman probably on and off 20 years or so or more, and have served on the board for all 32 years. Well, you know, my actual profession is lumberjacking. No, it's really being a dentist. I'd love to be a lumberjack sometime, but I've only had a chance to saw and axe and do log rolling. But yes, as a dentist, I do fit a lot of things in, and I just love being active in the community. It's a very vibrant community. I want to be a part of it, and I also love the people in it. And I think without that activity in my life, things would be pretty dull. Not that dentistry is bad. I love dentistry also, and I love doing it. But it's a nice change, and it's a nice switch from what I do on a daily basis. And meet a lot of great people. A lot of great people. So when they come to Tall Timber Days, they can find so many things, and one of it is that the arts and crafts are here. Of course, the food is always here. They can always do that. But I think one of the things that, again, depicts our history is the lumberjack show that we've had for 32 years. In fact, we actually started it 32 years ago here in Grand Rapids with the Shear brothers, Robert and Fred Shear, and continues on and shows a little bit about what the Grand Rapids area was at one time. The chopping, the sawing, the axe throwing, the log rolling. And the log rolling depicts what they did, and they ran the logs down the river. And that was something that they still do right here.
I don't know, what do you think, Camp? One more roll? I'm starting to feel like a new man.
They really respond well to the crowds, and the crowds respond well to them, and they sort of, you know, make it a show more than just a demonstration. So it's fun to see them be a part of it, and how much they enjoy coming back. As some of the vendors here, food vendors.
The vendors love coming here.
David knows quite a few of them, and over the years you get to meet them, and they come back and say, "Oh, we can't wait to come back to Tall Timber Days and see all you people." Well, that's great to hear, and I think it's a plus. It's a plus for Tall Timber Days. It's also a plus for our community of Grand Rapids, and I think that's the real plus. So they have those items, and then they also have kids games, and a huge parade today was outstanding. Probably 6,000 to 8,000 people along the parade route and the police estimated about 12,000 people attended this weekend in town. So they come for various reasons, sometimes just to walk up and down the street, see their friends, and other times they want to see what the arts and crafts people are doing, what they can buy, and it's all a juried show, and the juried show, of course, means that they have to make it themselves. They cannot buy it someplace and put it together. So that's why I think people come. And of course, we also have a good street dance, which is fun in the evening, and a good band, and of course, good beer that we serve too. That's always a fun part of it. So those are some of the reasons that people come to Grand Rapids, we think, for Tall Timber Days, and a lot of them plan their reunions around here, their class reunions, their family reunions, and some people just come back every year because they just love Grand Rapids and they want to see Tall Timber Days.
The guy I mentioned before, my man who makes this all possible, Dr. Lee Jess. Everybody give him
What's it like to
have a celebrity as a dad?
Oh, I'm a celebrity to dad? It's awesome.
I'm celebrity.
Celebrity as a dad.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's good at everything he does and works hard, so people love him.
Dr. Lee.
Well, you know, I don't practice a lot doing that. It's sort of a finesse thing. You don't rip it in there, you just let it flow out of your hands. When you throw that axe, you just let it flow out of your hands, and it sort of follows the head of the axe, and that's what ends up being at the target. And it really is, that's the way to throw it. And my son, he sort of learned a little bit from it because he used to do a lot of wrist, and it would never stick. And I said, no, you have to be gentle, you have to let it flow. It's a soft touch. And so that was sort of what I did, and I did this many, many years ago. I also did chopping. In fact, today and yesterday both, they had to use one of my chopping axes to use because they had something happened to one of theirs, and they said, "Can we buy that from you? Because it's an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous axe, and it really does chop." And so over the years, I've used a little chopping, but I haven't been chopping for many years. But I'm still throwing the axe, which is an easy part for me. So I love doing it.
Who's the better axe thrower?
He is. He's the better one.
I've lucked out, that's why.
He taught me. He's good. Who's more competitive?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd say him too.
Yeah, we both are pretty competitive. Yeah. I think so.
Different things.
At different things.
Yeah.
At different things. You know, I've been fortunate to be a teacher in some cases, and then other times he teaches me now, because he's a lot better at a lot of things now. But I was fortunate to teach him about snow skiing and water skiing and turnaround skis and now a little axe throwing, and so now we have our own private axe, you know.
No, every year you look forward to something like Tall Timber Days or Judy Garden Festival or, gosh, all these little things that we have in this town. It's awesome. So every year I look forward to Tall Timber Days. I come here and I see all the vendors. I see every year we're all like a big family. So like Tear Down today is kind of sad, but it was a great event. But Sunday's always sad, fun but sad, but it's awesome. It's great.